Though I'm an attorney, I am not your attorney, and neither is Frank and Kraft. This video you're about to see is for informational purposes only and does not create an attorney-client relationship between you, the viewer, and either me or my law firm, Frank and Kraft. Everyone's situation is different, and the advice that we give is not appropriate for everyone. If you have specific issues and concerns, please talk to an attorney in person because their advice may differ from the one you're about to see. Thanks for watching. Hi there, my name is Reece, and I'm attorney here at Frank and Kraft in Indianapolis. One of the things we're trying to do to contribute to the elder care channel is to answer commonly asked questions that people have about Medicaid and more broadly about issues that come up in the field of elder law, be it health concerns, legal concerns, or financial concerns. So today's question we're going to address comes from a list of frequently asked questions. Today's question is, can I give $10,000 a year to my children? Now, you may have heard this number, $10,000, $12,000, $14,000, bandied about and not been entirely sure what it is. So I thought I'd answer the question. I'd answer, what is this $10,000 people are talking about, for one, and for another, what, if any, relationship does that $10,000 have on Medicaid eligibility? So let's start with the $10,000. So when people say, when you hear $10,000, $12,000, $14,000, what people are talking about is the amount of money that you can pass to children, to anyone, the amount of money that you can gift without having to file a gift tax return. Now, there are different kinds of taxes that we pay. There's sales tax when we buy and sell things. There's income tax when we make income and we have to pay taxes from our paycheck. There is estate tax when someone passes away. This is often called the death tax as well. And there's a special kind of tax that is in place when you give money away. It's called the gift tax. Now, if you give, and it's a different dollar amount each year. This year it's $14,000. If you give to one person under $14,000 in a given year, you are not required to file a special piece of paper called a gift tax return. You don't need to file that with the IRS. So when people are talking about giving money to their children and not having to pay taxes on it, the tax they're talking about is the gift tax, and the dollar amount they're talking about, the appropriate dollar amount as of this year, is $14,000. Now, the next natural question is, well, okay, so what happens if I give more than $14,000? Do I have to pay taxes then? And the answer is no, unless you give more than $5,250,000 as of 2013. So from $14,000 all the way up to over $5 million, if you give away any amount of money in that range, you don't have to pay taxes on it, but you do need to file a gift tax return with the IRS. So the reason why people like to say under that $14,000 is they don't want to go to the trouble of filing a return, not because they're going to pay taxes. So, okay, so that number, you can give up to $14,000 per person. So if you're married, you can give $14,000, your spouse can give $14,000, and you can give that to as many different people as you want. If you have 12 kids, give $14,000 to each of them. If your kids are married, you can give $14,000 to the kid and $14,000 to the wife and to each of their kids. But everything I've just described, the way gift tax is treated, the dollar amounts, all of that is completely irrelevant when we're talking about Medicaid. Medicaid's means of determining gifting and penalties due because of gifting is a completely different system than gift taxes. And though you may not have to pay a cent of taxes under the gift tax regime, you may still render yourself ineligible for Medicaid for a week, a month, or even several years, depending on how much money you give and when you give it. So, short answer to the question, can I gift $10,000 or $14,000 a year to my children? You certainly can, but if you do that without understanding what impact that gifting might have on your Medicaid eligibility, you could create a serious problem for you or your spouse or your children in the future. Thanks.